Okay. It's up to you guys if you want to talk about it out here.
Oh, come sit down.
It's completely up to you.
Yeah,
so we'll talk over here though, so you don't have to like wander and stare at your business. Nothing.
Come on. You guys gotta stand up, man. You want to stand the entire time we talk? Okay.
So I'm going to give you this because I know you already have a complaint with us, right?
An additional unit.
Bring your supervisor, please. Bring your supervisor, please. Don't touch me.
Over to the car.
You don't get to put your hands on me. Don't grab me. Don't grab me. This, you're not. First get your supervisor out here. You're not just going to grab me and throw me on the ground. You've already released you've already released her. This is 2015 Rodriguez versus United States. I'll walk right in front of your car. Let's go. Sure, come on. Come on. Come on.
You need to set the phone
There you
down.
go. No. I'm a constitutional law scholar. You can't take away my phone.
Set the phone down on the hood.
I'm now.
You're being detained. Now you're going to put hands on me.
No.
Come over here.
Why are you grabbing me?
Come over here.
Sure.
Over here.
I may, but I didn't have this video posted, so let me show you. Let me show you this video right here. This clearly shows that Sandoval tortures me. Most of the time, I let it go. I don't sue every cop, but I sue a lot of them. And on this video right here, you can watch him target my ulnar nerve. I'll give you the name of the video. It's a public video.
I was going to see if you can send it over here.
Yeah, I can send it right now. In your email address, I'll send it over right now. I mean, he purposely targeted my ulnar nerve, and he actually has caused me damage. What he does is, and I'll send this to you so you can watch it on your own time. But
Can I get 2 seconds of breath on my nerve that you're squeezing?
No.
Please?
No, because I don't want you to fall.
My nerve squeezed, dude. It's been squeezing for a long time. Please just let go for 2 seconds so I can get some blood to there. Jesus. Just let the blood go through for 1 second, dude.
I'm not encircling your entire arm, so that is physically
squeezing my nerve
impossible.
on my elbow, dude. There's no reason for you to do this to me.
You're facing me. Again,
Dude,
face the vehicle. Whenever you move,
Sorensen,
that
how far
creates
away would I
a
get?
reaction.
How far? There's Sorensen over here.
I'm aware of that.
Torturing me, dude.
I'm not torturing you. I'm holding on to you, which my policy says I must do.
I can't wait till you get fired for this, dude. I may go to jail and my car and my dog and all that stuff. I can't wait till you get fired.
And when you get out of here, you might want to educate yourself on case law precedents, which says that when we're in a public arena like this
Stop
is,
squeezing,
and
dude.
we tell you
Stop
to go,
squeezing.
Now you're pulling away.
You're squeezing me, bro. Ow! You're my shoulder. What are you doing?
Because you just yanked away from me.
You're hurting my fucking arm, dude. You're cutting off the blood
ask him
supply.
draft some policy or something to get policy revised, but when you're in handcuffs, we hold on to you so you don't fall and hit your head.
You just screwed me, dude. There's lots of cops around.
You wouldn't even be in handcuffs. You wouldn't be having this interaction if you would have stayed a safe distance.
You weren't even here. You don't even know what happened, dude.
Kind of piece together what happened.
You're just making it up.
You encroached on officer board stop, you got a dress, and now you're going to jail for that. there's going to be repercussions for your actions.
There will be yours because you're hurting me. You're just torturing me. You're squeezing my arm so hard.
You're under a lawful arrest.
There's no reason to hurt me though. I'm squeezing you.
Not hurting you. Your perceived pain, I have no control over.
It actually is called perceived pain in your policeman's unit.
And I just said I have no control over your perceived
But
pain.
I'm telling you, I'm verbally telling you.
And I'm verbally telling you I'm not going to let go because our policy says that we hold on to you so you don't fall.
Body camera on?
Well, you can't leave your animals unattended inside
I
a vehicle.
wasn't. I was 10 feet away from my dog.
That's unattended inside of a vehicle. That is against the law.
Can you just stop squeezing my arm?
No, because you continually move around. You've already told him to make sexual acts upon you. Absolutely not.
What kind of baby nail cuck are you, dude?
Video of Jesse Sandoval purposely causing me permanent damage. And then I researched him just a little bit. So this is your enforcer. This is the guy who enforces things. See, and what I find really the most ironic about it is that Sandoval is not really listed in the police report. Hardly ever.
Right.
But on the scene that day, whether or not where I could stand was up to Jesse. The other cops referred to him. Then if they were going to steal my dog and put it in the pound was up to Jesse. Okay. Whether or not my car was going to be impounded was up to Jesse. But then
was he a sergeant or was he just like an officer?
He's the enforcer.
Okay. No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking because I
do know. You guys are not rookies. You're internal.
No, that's what I mean. Unless
so, like the studies are. Clear.
I work with CO side of things, so I don't know.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. So we have CO officers that investigate the correction side. We have officers that investigate the patrol side. So we're kind of split up into bureaus that handle bureaus.
Well, let me just refer you to the Mollen Commission, where it starts, and then the NAP Commission, talk about meat eaters and grass eaters, and so we know that there are enforcers on the police department.
So Sandoval, you're saying Sandoval?
He's an enforcer.
Okay.
And he went behind me, the video I just sent you. Okay. I'll do it on Floyd. He got me behind my back, and then when my arm was behind my back, he targeted this ulnar nerve.
Oh, I can feel that. I definitely feel that.
So he started to dig into my ulnar nerve, and it was right here. Is there still a broken blood vessel here?
Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit.
So it's been that way. It has been with 2 months. I saw the same mark on my arm.
Okay.
It's not okay. So he targeted my ulnar nerve here, and then he just every time I tried to move my arm, he would just continue to press on it. And so we're all tough guys. No one here's a pansy. So I'm like, okay, he's just going to hold me like this. But then after a while, my arm started to go numb. I said, okay, you got to limit my arm a little breath, right? But Doolittle was standing right behind him. And it just so happened Doolittle had the perfect image. He was literally focusing on that ulnar nerve. I want his personnel file because I want to know if he was taught that at post.
Okay.
Nevada Post. I read the Nevada Post manual. It doesn't have anything about ulnar nerve pressure. Okay. It does talk about pressure points and stuff like that, but it doesn't specifically train cops to focus on your ulnar nerve. I wouldn't be here right now, but I don't have any feeling in my finger. My thumb. You say I already sued. I already filed a complaint, right?
Okay. So we have your past complaint.
I don't know what's in it, but
I don't know
this
either.
Is the one you need to see.
This is the one we have. So
he needs to be removed.
I don't know what's in it because I didn't dig deep onto it. So the video that you sent, I'll make sure it's on there.
Yeah.
And the tech that's in charge of it, I'll make sure that they know that video is on there, and if it needs to be added to.
What does it take to get a cop taken off the street? I mean, if you watch that video, it's 25 minutes long. For 25 minutes,
you can do it on me, bud.
Literally focused on, and then when I would move, you would see his thumb because he was doing it with his hand. You could see his thumb readjust to get back into my nerve.
Can I get 2 seconds of breath on my nerve?
I don't want you to fall.
And then it got to the point he was trying to get me to give a reaction so he could hurt me.
Okay.
So then when I did give a reaction, he then moved to a chicken wing position. Well, in the sport of wrestling, when you pin a man's wrist against his body, if you chicken wing his elbow, you tear the rotator cuff. It's illegal. The ref is right there. They tweet and they stop that.
Like I said, we'll look into that and see if this needs to be added, the stuff you're telling me right now.
Can you answer the question though for the thousands who are going to watch this? I want to know what it takes to get him taken out of
There's a
uniform.
plethora of things that how it works, but I'm not
What?
going to discuss that on camera or anything along those lines.
Why?
It's completely public.
Oh, it is? Where can I find
Our
it?
policy manuals, you could always ask public records. If
I
you
read
wanna-
posts, but I didn't read your
So
manual.
you could always ask for anything you need over in public records.
And what am I looking for though? Internal affairs? What's the document I'm trying to find?
So when it comes to our discipline levels, those are handled confidentially. So they're not going to let you know.
So I just want to be
I'm
clear
gonna give
for
you this.
I just want to be
Yeah,
clear.
no, here.
So that
That's for you.
I don't get to know anything. I don't get
That's
to
for
know.
that. You got a letter actually when witness sent to you. It tells you a little.
Oh, you sent me a letter?
You usually get sent a letter on your address. The one that got sent here, or you don't have.
Yeah, I'm not being mean to you guys. I'm just trying to get
I'm not
information.
saying
I'm
you're being
not typically
So-
polite to police. I'm trying to just get information, treat you guys with respect, and so I'm just asking basic
So
questions.
this is me,
I don't get to know any of the process
That's
of
him.
what I'm asking. Is it
and I'm
me?
letting you know we investigated. After we investigated, it gets sent to our supervisor. After it gets sent to our supervisor, it goes to the lieutenant. They either approve or deny what we said. If they don't like it, it gets sent back down. We adjust it, whatever it
Oh,
is.
so that's how it works.
After
So you are telling me then.
yes,
Thank you.
we can't tell you how the discipline works.
Right. You can't tell me
And
anything.
if, like, let's say that you didn't like if it got closed. That's why I gave you this number. You can always call CRB, which is the Citizens Review Board. They're made up entirely of
25
citizens.
people?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
complete citizens.
I've been running this down.
So if you didn't like that it was closed or whatever happened with it, you could always let them know,
But the
and then
Citizens
they
Review
can look
Board,
into it.
they can only make recommendations to the sheriff.
Yeah, so they can look into it, and then the sheriff will be the one saying yay or nay to their recommendations.
So far what you've told me is that you give this to a guy, and then that goes up to the lieutenant, and then they decide if they like it, and then if they don't like it, then it kicks back down to you guys. You guys can further investigate if you want at that point.
Yeah, they'll let us know what we need if there's no things. That's why I said if you have that video, I don't know if it's there. And so if they agree with what our recommendations are, if it closes or if it goes further in like a sustained thing, then that's where it would go to that portion of discipline, which is handled by labor. After that, if you don't like how the discipline was, if it, let's say it was not sustained, in the sense of like we didn't have anything on it, or let's say that it was just closed and you don't like that it was closed, then you would call Citizens Review Board, let them know, hey, I already made a complaint with Internal Affairs. Then you would give them everything you told us already. And
They
then
have no power essentially, though. They can only.
They do. They have the ability to.
How many cops have been fired?
I don't know.
Right. This year, have you guys had any cops fired?
I don't know. So when it comes to this,
I mean, you can't tell me if any cops have fired this year from Internal Affairs. You can't
that's
tell me
not.
any
We're not going to disclose things
I
like
can't
that.
get any information.
Not going to disclose.
I have to ask.
But yeah, no.
I'm a journalist.
So when
I
it comes
have to ask
to
questions, you can tell me. I can't answer.
yeah,
but I
so when it
have
comes
ask.
to your case specifically, if it was closed and you don't like that it was closed, I don't know.
How should my case be closed?
That's the thing. I don't know. I didn't look into it. That's why I'm asking.
I'm just asking.
I didn't look at yours. I just saw that you already had one. And so I was like, okay, I know who the officer is that's investigating it. I'm going to make sure the stuff you're giving me goes to them.
After being put in torture cuffs and him purposely focusing on my nerve to damage me, now I'm damaged. So if your investigation closes, I just want that on the record. Before Sandoval grabbed me and put pressure on my owner and then literally tried to get me back, and now you're telling me that it could be closed and then...
I'm just letting you know how it works.
Yeah,
The
no,
process, 'cause that's what you got.
that's what I was
I'm not asking you,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's-
telling you specifically how yours works, and I don't want it to get misconstrued, that's how that works. You asked the question of how does the process work, so I'm
Yeah,
explaining the process.
you did tell me. I do appreciate it.
So if there's things that you're saying that weren't in the first time you made the
They
complaint,
weren't. That video
so
wasn't.
I would add like the verbiage specifically on this. So if you want to hang out here and write it, or if
Can I type it?
he could write for you, or you could type it. Or you could type it and send
Can I
it.
type it and send it there?
Yeah.
That'd be a lot easier.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because I don't want to say
The only
that.
thing, go ahead.
I don't want you to think that we're not putting things in there that you're telling us now. So if there's things that weren't in the first one that you gave to us that is new, type the email out, send it over so they can add it to the case as well.
Okay.
All right, just to make sure that there's not a misconstruing of verbiage or something along those lines.
And just so you guys know, to give you guys total transparency, what I'm going to do with your investigation is I'm going to compare it, contrast it to the findings of the Mollen Commission, which are available on my website for free, MOLLEN. My website's DeleteLawz.com. There's a whole section in the Mollen about internal affairs.
Okay.
And so if you guys are not familiar with it, take a look at it, because when this is done, I'm going to take what you guys did and I'm going to show my audience of hundreds of thousands, here's what the process that they said happened in 1994.
Okay.
Here's the process I went through today. So we got 30 years just to show that you guys have actually.
Yeah, by all means. And like,
It's accountability.
yeah, no, 100%.
That's all I want. I don't want to kill Jesse. I don't want to punch anybody. I'm not a violent man. I just want justice.
You would like to continue your investigation on your end as well, by all means you can.
Well, if I can have it my way, I mean,
I can't say that you can have it your way, but
don't we all? I mean, don't you want justice?
But when it, everyone does. I mean, hopefully. So when it comes to that thing, though, like I said, I don't know if you ever called the CRB. You can let them know. I don't know if you actually went through the CRB route at all yet, but I would let them know, because then they can at least.
What does CRB stand for?
Citizen Review Board.
Oh no, I've started the process.
Okay, yeah. So
and they're all closed meetings. You never get to attend. It's
that's what I mean. So they don't talk to us.
Listen, you guys are the tip of the spear of what's supposed to be the good cops. So for the love of God, man, there's so many people who watch me. I really hope that you guys get this right. I was not damaged before I was wrongfully arrested, and now I'm damaged.
Did you send the pictures of your injuries now, how they are?
No, I have one more.
So I would do the same thing. I would send the pictures of those. I would send a picture of the bruise you still have right here, and then I would type out the email of things that you're making sure that don't get lost in.
I really want you guys, I swear to the audience, I want you guys to be the good guys. I want, just for a ray of hope in our country. Across the country, nobody's getting justice. Across the country, Internal Affairs investigates, they find no wrongdoing. That's what's happening. And I'm a nationally known journalist, so you guys, I'm just going to show your findings. That's all I'm.
Sounds good.
That's all I can do is be fair and say, hey, do you guys want? But you won't be able to comment on your findings either, right? Is that right? Right? You can't comment either.
Well, I don't comment on my of what you're saying, what happened, or whatever's going on with it. So we don't know.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You appreciate it.
Hey, what's your name and badge number for the record?
D. Russi and P number 15318, and his is on there as well.
A Lingo LNGLE, P number 16017.
And they're all on there.
Okay, I appreciate it, man.
Listen, I really hope you guys are actually the good cops. I really do. Well, we've seen time and time again internal affairs across the country fail people, so let's see what happens here. My phone's dead, so thanks for filming, Floyd.